Yo, what's good, fam? What's popping with Panther Nation? What's good? Hey, me and Dave decided to go ahead and handle this emergency episode simply because it sent Panther Nation in a little frenzy this morning. I don't know, Dave. I don't know if he was on Twitter, but Panther Nation was a little perturbed, a little disturbed by the Ian Thomas extension. So that being said, we had to talk.
Before we get into it,
Mhm.
I want to be clear on something to Panther Nation. And I know this is going to be hard for y'all, but I love you guys. And sometimes tough love is necessary. So I'll say it. You should be happy that he wants to resign here.
Uh, I guess that's one way to look at it. I'm not a fan of that thought process, but
No, I'm not either
um,
fully, but I think the reality is that you're sitting with a coach who might not be here after this year, and you got a free agent period that's about to start. And we have this whole thing about we're going to be able to sign whoever the hell we want to sign, and that's not how it works because the player has to want to be here. And I think that's something that keeps getting forgotten. Like the player has to want to come here,
right.
and right now we don't have stability. Not where you like unless you think Matt Rule's stable, you think he's going to be 7-year plan, but I don't think this regime is showing you that they have the patience.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Listen. Let's talk about it because this is shout out to Tavita dropping the super chat. It said, "What in the hizel is going on? I'm
His
confused."
nail, his nail,
I don't know. I don't know
hilarious
whatever.
either way.
Hilarious. But anyway, let's talk about this contract because when it came out, everybody looks at that $16.5 million and it's a 3-year deal. Ian Rappaport says it's a 3-year deal worth $16.5 million. He gets $6.435 million cash in year one, and $8 million fully guaranteed. Right. So what does that mean? What does all of that mean? Right. And that's what I'm here. That's why I'm here, because a lot of people get in a little frenzy. They see that 16.5. They see however many, Dave, how many millions is that per year? A little over $5 million per year.
Under 6 million.
Yeah, a
So
little
it's
over
about
5 million,
yeah,
under 6 million,
about five and a half
right?
million, give and take.
So everybody looks at that and they're saying, "Oh, $5 million per year. That sucks. Too much for Ian Thomas." And listen, I still think I think we should not have extended Ian Thomas. But what I am gonna say is the way the deal is structured, it's not terrible. Because only 8 million of that is guaranteed, right? And he's receiving 80% of his money in year one. So it's essentially a 1-year prove it deal, with a little bit more, I think 2 million more that he's going to gain over the course of the 3 years, right? So we could essentially cut him after year one and only owe him $2 million. That's how the cap works, right? If he's going to receive 6.35 of his $8 million guaranteed, then 80% of that money is going to happen. He's going to receive 80% of that money in year one. So it's not terrible, but also you have to look at it as, all right, this dude is receiving $6 million. He's gonna have a $6.435 million cap hit next year, right? And then you look at everything else we gotta sign, and you're like, well, why did we extend Ian Thomas? Like, of all the players, you thought that this dude was, and no, just and this is no, I'm not hating on Ian Thomas because it's not his fault they offered him that money, right? It's not his fault. It's never the player's fault that they signed the contract. Like, that's not on him. He just signed the contract. He's only signing what he's offered, right? So this goes back to, whoever you want to blame as far as Fitterer, Matt Rule at the end of the day, because Matt Rule gets final roster say. So this is a Matt Rule thing. Scott Fitterer and Samir Suleiman have to go in and make it happen from the numbers perspective. But I'm like, okay, of all the guys on the roster, you got Hassan Reddick, Stephon Gilmore, all these guys that are higher profile free agents than Ian Thomas. You're going to spend $6 million of our cap on him in year one. Like, it doesn't make sense. To me,
Shot,
it doesn't make sense.
shot. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
You're gonna like, all right. So Hassan, like we agree that we're gonna tag somebody. Is that a fair statement? We're gonna tag somebody. There's no way we're not tagging somebody.
I mean, I don't know because
Really,
the
you don't
truth.
think we're gonna tag somebody?
I mean, listen. If we're gonna sign tag Hassan Reddick, it has to be done today. His contract voids today.
Oh
He
shit.
becomes a unrestricted free agent today if we don't make any moves. So if it's not him, then who else are we gonna tag? Stephon Gilmore maybe. I don't know. I don't
I
think you're
think
gonna
we'll
tag
tag Gilmore.
Stephon.
I think it's gonna be. I've been saying all this time it's gonna be Reddit, but it is to be him or
It has
Gilmore.
to happen today, bro. Like his
Oh, Gilmore
contract
doesn't have to
voids
happen.
today.
Gilmore doesn't have to happen today. Reddick has to
And
happen today.
and listen, to be clear, I'm not fully clear on that. So let me back up a little bit. I'm not fully clear, or I'm not 100% certain that it has to happen today. But I do know that his contract voids today, meaning we're gonna owe
He's
him
a free
that
agent.
$4 million, and he becomes a free. So I don't know. I'm gonna speak from a position of not fully knowing, but based on what I do know, um, and what makes sense to me is that his contract voids today, meaning we're gonna owe him $4 million, whatever is left on the balance of his contract. We're gonna owe him $4 million, and I don't know if we can then tag him after that. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I don't know, but
So
yeah.
I all right. So with 80% of the guaranteed money is going to Ian Thomas up front.
hmm
I'm
So that
trying
makes
to.
so just they just to put that in perspective. He's from a cap hit perspective. He's going to be one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eighth, the eighth highest paid player from a cap hit perspective on the
On
roster
our team.
on our team.
All right, now I
Yeah,
gotta I'm gonna
right,
backpedal
right
a little
behind,
bit.
right behind Pat Eflin, Dave. Like it's the snowball effect of like it doesn't make sense to me, man. And I'm not.
Well, here's the
It,
thing. Like, I think people are screaming at the money, but then when you sit down and think about what the going rate is for a tight end, right? And everybody's like, well, he's not. He's making TE1 money, and I argue and say, well, he's not making TE1 money. That's not TE1 money. And then I go back with the premise of every tight end that's starting is not a TE1. And I know that's kind of hard to understand. What I'm saying is everybody's not Travis Kelsey, Darren Waller, um, Mike Gesicki. Like, they're not those guys. George Kittle, they're not those guys. Those are TE1s. I think he's in the middle of the pack. I think he's like 16th highest
yeah,
paid tight
yeah.
end.
Well, so yeah. But I don't like that. I don't like the way people look at that. Right. I don't like looking at average per year because they're never going to see all of that money. So
Yeah.
when I look at that, I look at guaranteed money. The guaranteed money is what matters when it comes to these contracts because they're getting that money regardless. That's what matters, right? So if you look at the guaranteed money that he got, he's he's down the list, right? He's only got 8 million. He's right there with Noah Fant and Njoku when it comes to guaranteed money. Hayden Hurst, Jimmy Graham, Logan Thomas. That's where he sits. Cameron Brate. That's where that's a name who he's with, right?
And
So
Logan Thomas might get a bag too.
yeah, yeah,
Logan's gonna get a bag. Noah Fant still on his rookie year, ain't he? Rookie
yeah.
contract, isn't he?
He
He's
might
gonna
be.
get a bag. Like these cats are like so. Where Ian, what I'm saying all this to say is that what Ian got is about par for the course for what he does. If you guys are
I
screaming
just feel
about Ian, y'all, there's a lot of other players on this roster right now. Y'all should be screaming about how much they're getting paid. But
I
I
just feel
think,
I just feel like Dave. I just feel like the choice that you made to re-sign him and not shift that money into another place, because at the end of the day, when it boils down to is when you make a decision to extend a player, you look at number one, you look at the draft, right? Can I replace his production in the draft? The answer is probably yes, most likely. And the
Unless
truth,
Matt Rule loves Ian Thomas though.
that's true. He's always
He
shown
loves
his
him.
love for Ian Thomas. That's
He
true.
loves
He's
him.
always said that. He has always said, "I love Ian Thomas. I love what he does." So number one, you look at the draft, and then you look at free agency. What can I get in free agency? Can I replace that in free agency cheaper? Right. My thing is this, Dave. Who else was paying Ian Thomas that amount of money?
Oh, anybody. Look, man, I don't think there's one team to do it. Anybody would have
But
paid that amount of money.
who else was gonna realistically, who else was gonna pay Ian Thomas that for a blocking tight end? I don't think anybody was paying Ian Thomas that kind of bag.
A team that wants to run first will pay him that type of bag if he's a blocking tight end. Because that position is important. No, that position is important when you trying to run the ball down somebody's throat. So like that. So there's folks that look, man. The NFL has overpaid players for generations to come.
No,
like
that's
we're,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Like let's not be out here acting like that man didn't have a market, because the bottom line is the reason
I don't
why
think he had a market.
No, but the thing is, when you look at who's the free agents and what they're going to expect, like Zach Ertz, Mike Gesicki,
But he's not any of
he's
them.
not that. No, I know he's not in that
even
field,
close. He's not even holding a jock strap, B.
But you got to understand how this works, right? So like when you look at those players are going to anticipate to get a higher salary rate. So that brings the price up for all the positions. So people like Ian Thomas is a benefit. He would have gotten something similar, if not maybe.
I disagree. I don't think anybody. Ian Thomas, maybe he got him. Maybe he would have struck gold and got paid somewhere else. But my point is,
Curtis Samuel got a bag.
But Curtis Samuel is good. Curtis Samuel he had 1,000-yard season, all-purpose season.
Washington.
He got paid.
That's Washington, but he got paid.
He got hurt. He got hurt. That's different, Dave. You comparing somebody. You comparing names that produce versus names that don't produce. That's not the same, bro. This dude doesn't. Let's be truthful. The guy has not produced in his 4 years.
No,
he is not. He has underwhelmed
on the stat sheet.
I don't, Dave. What I'm saying. Okay, even with, to your point, he's a blocking tight end.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave. Who did we draft last year?
Tommy Sherman.
Who was also what?
He's a pretty easy role graded blocking tight end.
A blocking first tight end, correct? So you essentially had his replacement on the roster, right? They do the same. You essentially now have two block first tight ends. So you had his replacement. You had his replacement on the roster. So why would you go out and then extend an Ian Thomas and give him $6 million in 1 year when you have so many other needs? His production was 1,000% replaceable. Now, caveat to that is we got a new OC, McAdoo. Maybe
who likes to run the ball.
Likes to run the ball. But you keep going, Dave. You keep going back to the blocking. F that. That's replaceable, fam. Blocking tight end is replaceable. He has that on. We have that on the roster already. I'm talking about receiving production, because that needs to be a part of this offense. It does. We need a receiving threat, and Ian Thomas showed that. He showed splashes of it, but over the course of 4 seasons, it's been very, very underwhelming. So,
but then it's about the opportunity in the offense too.
Agreed. I agree.
Maybe that'll change.
And that's the caveat. No, you're right. You're right. That's a caveat.
Maybe my man might not turn to Evan Ingram, but maybe he will. You never know, right? Like, I mean, it's about the opportunity too. Well, it's all about what McAdoo wants to do. I know folks ain't happy with the signing because they're afraid, and rightfully so. They're worried about who we're not going to be able to sign because of this move. But just like I know, that the cap's monopoly money.
I agree.
That shit.
That's a great point, and I wouldn't hit the panic button as far as who we can and can't sign, because we haven't started restructuring yet. That's going to happen. Like, we're going to be restructuring guys' contracts. We're going to free up space. I'm not hitting the panic button because of that. And you're absolutely right. It's monopoly money. You can move money around. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm just concerned My biggest thing is Ian Thomas has not shown over the course of 4 years any kind of improvement. He's been under 2 head coaches. He's been under like 2 or 3 different offensive coordinators. He's had hella different quarterbacks. And maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's why. But he hasn't shown
He
any
ain't
kind
gonna
of
change this
improvement.
year because everybody the way things are going, it looks like we're gonna have another quarterback. So it's not, you know. I I'm happy for the kid. He got his bag, but I understand the concerns from Panther Nation about whether or not they're gonna be able to get other players, or they might already decide they're not gonna sign Hassan. That's a possibility too.
I think that is a strong possibility. I think I talked about that last week on last Monday's show. Is that I really think this leaning towards him not getting re-signed. And shout out to Hassan. I tweeted Hassan I think yesterday or 2 days ago, and I said that people keep thinking that 11 sack, double digit sack numbers are just replaceable like that. And say what you want about the run defense, he was solid at defending the run. He's putting on weight. He's going up to 250. You think Hassan Reddick is not going to be a baller next year? You don't think Hassan Reddick's going to go to another squad and ball out? You got another thing coming. Hassan Reddick is a good player and needs to be re-signed. Like be clear. You are creating a gap, a hole on the defense by not re-signing by not re-signing Hassan Reddick. That is a fact. 11 sack dudes are not replaceable like that. He's done it back-to-back seasons. That he's in rarefied, like he's in good company, bro. It's only like 4 or
No,
5
no,
dudes that have done that, like Aaron Donald included. Like he's in rarefied company for having back-to-back double-digit sack seasons.
it doesn't happen often, man. Because after the second year, folks look at the tape, try to get that guy out of there.
Bro, y'all keep talking about small body. He's going up to 250. And I'll give you another guy that's up to 250, Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett is like 250, 255, something like that. But nobody talking about small body with him. He's putting on weight, and he's already solid against the run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, if we don't resign Hassan Reddick, that is creating a gap on defense. You're not just gonna put another body there and be like, get me 11 double digit or give me double digit sacks. The last dude we had prior to Hassan Reddick had double digit sacks was a 37-year-old Julius Peppers back in 2017. So
That's just a
put it in
lot.
perspective. Put it in perspective. It's not easy to replace Hassan Reddick, bro. That shit is gonna be difficult. So going back to Ian Thomas, I know I digress a little bit, but I wanted to get that out there. Ian Thomas. Ian Thomas, my bad. So and again, I want to play devil's advocate here because I do agree with some of what the 4-man rush dudes had to say about it. They talked about his quarterback play not being good. They talked about everything. He played with all these different coordinators. They talked about all that stuff. And yes, that's to the detriment of Ian Thomas. So I
Right.
1000% agree there. But at the same time, I still did not see anything. And again, I think it's bigger than just the quarterback play because I think they were heavy on the quarterback play. Like there's so many other there's coordinator, there's coaching, there's offensive line play, there's a lot of things that go into it, and I just feel like at the end of the day we could have replaced Ian Thomas's production without having to shell out $6 million in 2022. That's my biggest thing. Like you have to take a look at the landscape. Can you replace the talent with a rookie, or is it on the roster? Is the answer already on the roster? And I think the answer was on the roster. I think Tommy Tremble has shown me a lot more potential than Ian Thomas has, even from a blocking perspective and a receiving perspective. They got him way more involved with the jet sweeps and handoffs at the goal line. I've seen a lot from Tommy Tremble that gets me excited about his play. So when I look at that, I'm like, yo, fam, I don't know that $6 million in 2022 is I don't know. I don't know,
But
bro.
then it goes back to this whole philosophy about, is Ian Thomas all right? We know how folks feel about his production, right? Because I know you guys are looking for you're looking for him to get more catches, more yards, more TDs. But is he doing the job that the coaches want him to do? And that might not be on the box sheet, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's PFF grades for that stuff, Dave. And I think I would say that he's a good. I mean, let's go over this real quick. Let me show
No,
him this
I
real
mean, I'm
quick.
not. I'm here to play
No,
devil's
I'm just
advocate.
no, because I hear what you're saying. Is he doing his job? And apparently so, because he got a fucking
He
extension,
got his
Dave.
money.
We could
Like so,
we could
like
say how we want to. We can say how we want, but the proof is in the pudding. They absolutely think he's doing the job well. You know what I'm saying? So let me share the wrong screen. My bad.
well, that's my thing, bro. Like that's the way I look at it. Like it's. I don't want to believe that Matt Rule's out here signing guys that ain't producing, that ain't trying to produce. He knows his job is on the line. Like that's what I want to believe, at least. Yeah, these numbers ain't as good as I thought they would be. Tell you
So
that.
that's why I pulled it up. So here you go. So you want to talk about
It was better on Rivera.
exactly. That's my
Yeah.
point. So you
All
look at
right.
the offense, right? You look at the offense grade, look at the receiving grades, not so good. But then you go, okay, you look at the pass blocking grades, solid. But the first 3 years,
He didn't have
but
a good job last year.
you know what I'm saying. So let me see if I can pull up the run block. I don't know if they got the run blocking grades up here. I can pull that up. I'll pull that up at another time. But it's just like, yo, I mean, I don't really. I'm
I'm trying to find. Look, man, I'm trying to search the reason why they want to pay that man that much money. Because I mean, even after I saw the tweet from Sheena, the first thing I said was, did the price of tight ends go up or something that we didn't know about? Because that's the first thing I can think of. Because like numbers are kind of crazy when you look at it. Like, wow, he got that, but until you look and see what these other guys that are really good get, then you're like, well, maybe we did all right considering what all these other guys got. And if they didn't want to lose Ian Thomas, okay, I get it. But yeah, that 54.7 pass block doesn't help my case one bit. It doesn't help my case. So, but it's all
yeah,
about. But it's just like the price of positions change every year, bro, and we all know that.
yeah, well, that's true. But
The price of like
you
Aaron
think
Rodgers out
somebody?
here saying he wants $50 million a year, bro. Like the price of positions change every year.
So what you saying,
We're the
Dave, is
ones
yesterday's price is not today's price. Is that what you're saying?
that is a fact. That is a fact. It's not. It's not. So we might look at just like I remember when we signed Cam and people thought that was too much for Cam, and then about a year later we saw that we got a bargain for Cam. Cam should have held off after the MVP year if you want to keep it a buck, but he didn't. But I don't know, man. Like Tommy is cheaper, so you could have probably rolled with
That's
Tommy,
that's
unless you
what I'm
wanted to get
saying,
another
Dave.
tight end. You didn't want to get an inexperienced tight end to be the two, or you didn't think Tommy was ready to be the one. But once again, that's on the
No,
coaching.
Tommy showed me enough. Tommy showed me enough, and let me see.
Yeah, pull up
We
Tommy.
have to,
Let's be
I'm
fair.
about to. I'm about to. Tommy showed me enough to be excited about him. He showed me enough to be excited off a rookie season, right? Let's see.
I'm trying to keep an eye on these races, man. And he's running in the Big South Championships today.
So this is Tommy Tremble, right? Oops, sorry, I got this thing up. That's Tommy Tremble's season 1, and then let me. Oops, sorry. Ian Thomas. So this is Ian Thomas right here, season 1 through 4, and then this is Tommy Tremble.
It's comparable to last year, at least. Actually, better in some numbers. All right.
So which goes to my point. I didn't see this. Shout out to Jared. Jared says Panthers and pro personnel director Matt Allen have agreed to part ways per team source. Allen was one of the few remaining holdovers from Jared Richard. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh.
Oh man, they got to get.
I got
They
to
trying
dig
to get the
more into
richest.
that.
They're trying to get. They're trying to get the Richardson funk out of there, man.
No, well, they've been trying to do that, but I don't know. They agreed to part ways. Is the operative term in that. Um, but yeah, we do have Stephon Sullivan as well, who got very limited snap. I think he played in like 1 or 2 games last year. So
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me concerned for him. Like, you're gonna pay Ian this money. You even want to give him other guys the opportunity.
yeah. So the good news, and I think some of y'all are seeing this. The good news is, yes, that he has 8 million. Now, I said this earlier, is that he has $8 million guaranteed, right? He's receiving 80% of that in year one, which means it's going to be easy to cut him after this year, which just confuses me.
Well,
But
no,
anyway,
no, it doesn't confuse
it
you much
makes
if they get rid of the coach.
it, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense.
I mean, a lot of folks think my man, Mr. Rule, is in a lame duck status right now. So maybe you don't sign players to go past this year. Give the next regime an opportunity to decide which way they want to go.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not again. The biggest question I ask when you start to re-sign players is the production replaceable? And that's why when I do the sign up walk videos, that is a part of the criteria. Can you replace his production? And the answer was yes. You could have easily reproduced his run blocking production. Like the only thing that can really make me excited about this is McAdoo, and hopefully McAdoo getting him more integrated. And maybe that's the plan. Maybe we got to sit back and relax a little bit and see how the plan works out as far as McAdoo getting Ian Thomas more ingrained. Now it's a bit of a risk because you're hinging a signing, right? You signed this man based off of some a whim that your OC is going to get him ingrained, which may not happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Yeah,
know.
man.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Enjoy the ride, Rashad. Just enjoy the
Yeah,
ride.
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to enjoy it, bro. But I need to see some more
Enjoy the
signings.
different T-shirts I wear, the different non-Panther T-shirts that I bring on to this show.
Yeah.
Just all you got. I got a bunch. I got more than enough to go through this chaos. Utor, thoughts about Utor? I mean, I don't know. I don't think he can replace Reddick. I can tell you that.
Ian Thomas was a free agent. He was about to be a free agent this year. They went ahead and re-signed him. He's about to be a
We
free, so he
signed
had no
him.
more years.
We signed him. We signed Luvu.
Yeah,
Basically, Luvu
Frankie
contract
Louvu's
interesting.
yeah, Frankie Louvu's contract details came out. And they're solid. He's making $3.5 million. Well, cap hit. His cap hit is $3.5 million next year, which is about what I thought it should be. And then he's making $5 million next year, which is solid. Solid. Let me see. So I like Frankie Louvu's contract. I'm not mad at Louvu's contract at all. 2-year deal. Again, $3.5 million cap hit in 2022, and then a $5.5 million cap hit in 2023. So I ain't mad at his contract at all. That's a good contract. But again, all like Dave said, I mean, what you can do, Panther Nation, just sit back, relax. Again, free
Enjoy the
agency is
ride.
is not even. It's not even. We haven't even gotten started yet for real. So let them go out, let them cook a little bit. Let the plan try to. I know it's hard. Pause. I know it's hard to kind of sit here and wait for them let things to play out. But I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about them freeing up money and them and not being able to sign them. I'm just my biggest concern about this deal is that you could have easily replaced him without having to shell out that much money. And again, the contract structure, that's cool and everything. It's only $8 million guaranteed. I get all that. But I just feel like you could have replaced Ian Thomas. And I feel like Tommy Tremble was well on his way to doing that. I think Tommy Tremble is a guy that, again, showed me a lot. He got me excited to watch him play next year. You know what I'm saying? So Ian Thomas has been here for 4 years and he's just going sideways, bro. Like it's just you need to show me some progression. And I just saw this from Ian Thomas?
I mean, we traded Dan Arnold. He went over to another team and did pretty well. Kept Ian Thomas. Uh, I have a feeling that Federer's going to end up going down with Rule if this fails, bro.
Yeah, I mean that'd be the right way to do it. If you're gonna do it, just bring everybody in at the same time. No, they did not get rid of Tommy Tremble. No, they did not get rid of Tommy Tremble. That's the whole point, is that they have Tommy Tremble on the roster, and he showed he showed some signs, man. And then they still re-signed Ian Thomas. That's my biggest gripe about this. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. Again, it all is not law. Ian Thomas is hopefully he gets more ingrained into the offense.
I think if we don't re-sign some of the guys this fan base wants to re-sign, bro, this fan base is going to explode, buddy. Like, could you imagine if we don't sign Gilmore or Reddick or Dante Jackson?
Prepare yourselves. I think Dante Jackson gets re-signed.
You think so?
I think that. Do I want it, and do I think it's the right thing? No, but do I think they do it? Yes.
They're going to have to pay a lot to do it.
I think they're going to do it. They just paid a lot to Ian Thomas. You don't think they're going to pay a lot for
6 is different Jackson? Than 12, bro. 6 is different than 10 to 12.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Paying $6 million to a tight end that don't produce nothing. That ain't no different.
What's the range that Dante's demanding? He's probably going to be able to get
like 12 million a year. I think it's going to be 8 to 12.
8 to 12.
8 to 12.
Joe, that's what. Joe, if he only gets $8 million, man, that means he only makes $2 million more than Ian Thomas. That's wild to me.
Perspective. And like we keep saying, the good news is that, again, most of his guaranteed money is in year one for Ian Thomas. So it's essentially a 1-year prove it deal with a little bit. He's gonna have to earn the rest of his money. So it is what it is. I don't know, man. I'm waiting on that Hassan Reddick news to come out, bro. I'm telling y'all, man, I'm gonna be disappointed if Hassan Reddick don't get re-signed. Y'all keep talking that shit. Y'all keep talking that about Hassan, bro. I'm telling y'all, fam, you can't replace double-digit sacks like that. Then next year you're gonna be like, "Where's the pass rush? Where's the pass rush?" We stop in the run. We stop in the run. Fine, but where's the pass rush? Where's the pass rush? I mean, like, he playing for another team. That's how the Carolina Panthers fix problems, right? They put, and this is not a Matt Rule thing. This is just in general. This is how we fix problems. We'll have a bad season, right? We'll have a problem, a glaringly obvious problem. We'll go all in and fix that problem, but ignore everything else. So we'll go in and we'll get the best run defending edge rusher, right? And let Hassan Reddick walk, and then all of a sudden we won't have any sacks. And that's how we solve problems. That is how the Carolina Panthers solve problems. We've been through this. You remember this day when we couldn't stop the run, right? And we redrafted Derrick Brown. Going back even further.
You go back to that.
Correct. That is how the Carolina Panthers solve problems. We don't have a global view, right? We can't walk and chew gum at the same time. We put all of our eggs in one basket and fix that problem, ignoring everything else.
Well, I mean, you saw what happened when J.C. Horn got hurt. We brought in so many damn corners. We have a stable of them now. We traded for C.J. Henderson. We traded for Gilmore. Like, we fixed the corner problem immediately.
Yeah. Oh, they will fix. They will. And again, this is not a Matt Rule thing because it goes way beyond him. We put all of our eggs in that fix. We fix that problem. Then we create gaps everywhere else because we don't have the appropriate coaching to kind of coach around the issues. We get the talent, expect the talent to fix the problem. instead of having the coaching to go out there and coach the problem out. Like we got to do a better. We just got to do a better job. So again, I expect offensive line, right? I think we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go out, fix the offensive line, but then guess what? We're probably gonna ignore. Probably gonna ignore the quarterback or ignore something else, or we'll go all in on quarterback and ignore the offensive line. Remember, we did that last couple seasons. Let's go get the quarterback. Oh, screw the offensive line. We done neglected that the past couple years. That's just how it works. That's just how it works, man. I'm telling y'all, next year, watch, Dave. Watch what I tell you. We're gonna come up on this show, week 1, 0 sacks. And they be like, where's the pass rush? Where's the pass? Hassan Reddick gonna be on another team. He gonna have double 2 sacks in the first game, and you're gonna be like, where's the pass rush? You let him walk because y'all want to stop the run.
I mean, the philosophy.
I'm hoping we fix it, man. I'm hoping we fix it, man.
That's so now,
I'm trying not to be a negative Nancy, man. But Dave. I was on ESPN Upstate, and Rob, man, we was having a good conversation, and he saw it all in my face, bro. Because I'm on the stream live.
Oh yeah, now you're on the camera now.
Yeah, I'm on camera now, so they see my face, and they're like, "Yo, you just look so dejected." I'm like, "Bro, I have a hard time. I have a hard time being excited, bro. I'm trying, like I want to. I'm a realist by I'm a realist, but I want to be optimistic.
You're more optimistic than I am.
I want to be. That's because I want to be optimistic. But it's just hard.
Yo. So now it brings me to another question: if we let these players walk, because a lot of these mocks are talking about taking a corner, and I would be heated if we take a corner at 6.
Well,
but that being said,
some people think if you fix the back end, the front end will fix itself. You make the quarterback hold on to the ball longer. It'll help the pass rush.
Nah, there ain't no corner on earth that can hold a damn wide receiver for more than 4 seconds. So, so the question I have is: are there any pass rushes worth taking at 6?
Hell yeah, edge rush is deep this year.
So I asked the question because could you see us taking one at 6?
Now
I'm starting to wonder it.
I've seen that come up.
I'm starting to wonder, bro. But it goes back to we don't have the damn draft capital. So if we take a pass rusher, we can't fix the line unless we get it in free agency.
We got a lot of holes, man. We got a lot of holes. That's why trading back is so important. We got a lot of holes.
We're playing the Bengals, the 49ers, and the Rams next season. I just want y'all to know that.
Sound like a lot.
We're gonna play a team that we're gonna play a team that we hope to be in 3 years. Another team that we will never be ever, and then another squad that we want to be, but they're not capable of. You know, a team that can get to the championship game with a mediocre quarterback, a team that has a quarterback with swagger and a bunch of people on defense that we don't know who the hell they are, and a team that just has all the damn stars. So, but it's just a thought at this point because Phil Snow is the draft guy round 1. I don't give a damn what you say. Phil Snow be walking up to Rule and Fitter and be like, "Nah, man, you better get me my damn edge rusher," and that's what we're going to end up taking at 6. That's what we're going to end up taking at 6, bro.
We will see.
It's not Fitterer, guy. You better ask what's rule smoking. Just remember this. And we need to talk about this. You love the fact that Matt Rule ain't getting a press conference during the combine, bro?
I saw that. It's like, it's crazy.
Don't know. And the thing is, so like they try to post it like, he's an elite company because Bill Belichick and Mike Tomlin. Nah, dog. Yeah. Nah, dog. You're not in that type of elite company. There's something else going on. They're like, yeah, we don't want you talking in front of these guys. You might tell them to pick.
Yeah, I feel like it's interesting because we heard Matt Rule right after the season ended. We heard him go on his little tour, talking to radios and WFNZ, all that stuff, and we haven't heard anybody. I know Charlotte FC got their first game today, but we haven't heard anybody. We haven't heard Tepper. We haven't heard Matt Rule, and now they're sending Fitterer out there instead of Matt Rule. You remember over the past couple seasons, we heard Matt Rule talk. Mm-hmm. Talk at the combine, and now they're sending Scott Fitterer out there to be the voice for the Carolina Panthers. it's just interesting. It's just interesting, man. It's interesting. But I don't know, man. It's we're in a tough place, man. We're in a tough place. But I'm the only thing I can tell Panther Nation is that the offseason just getting started, man. Let's give them some time to kind of get it worked out. Let's give them some time to restructure these contracts, make some trades, whatever they're gonna do. It's not over. Like offseason, I know I'm not a fan. I give the Ian Thomas signing a solid C plus, and I give him a C plus because of the structure of the deal. Like I like that it's essentially, for all intents and purposes, a 1 year prove it deal. And we can move on after this 1 year. So I like that. It's not tying us, and it's not creating a shit ton of dead money. Essentially this deal is front loaded because you're giving him all his guaranteed money or the bulk of his guaranteed money in year one. That's how you eliminate dead money in contracts when you cut people, by giving them their money up front. So I give them that. I give them credit for the structure of the deal. And that's a Samir Suleiman thing. So shout out to him. But I feel like that player, I feel like Tommy Tremble, or excuse me, I feel like Ian Thomas's production was replaceable. So I feel like you shouldn't have re-signed him. So I give him a C plus for the actual signing of Ian Thomas.
I'll give it I probably would agree with you there with a C plus, only because
we got Tommy, man.
Yeah, man. But then it goes back to the whole discussion about how the coaching staff feels about rookies, man. Like, because I agree with you. I think Tommy Tremble's played well, but it's obvious that he ain't playing well enough for them to have to pay Ian Thomas this amount of money.
Whose fault is that?
That's on the coach.
You picked this man in the fourth round, third or fourth round.
Yeah,
third round. I think it was third round, right?
Third round.
What's Tommy Tremble?
Third round.
That's a pretty high pick. That's an impact player. Your second and third round players, you expect them dudes to have an impact.
And I love the pick because he can block and he can catch. He got his hands ain't terrible.
He had a rough start. He was dropping a lot of footballs, but promise he's again. We knew coming into the season that was his problem. Like we knew that he had to work on his hands. He got better. And he's a good blocker. And then I love the play calling. They got him ingrained in some of that fullback that we talked about when we drafted him. Is he going to play fullback? Mm-hmm. Like I thought that he got that fullback role, got some H back. They gave it to him at the goal line a lot, or not a lot, but a couple of times. So I feel like Ian Thomas gives me all the feels that going into next year. Like he's the one I wanted to see. But then you go out and you re-sign Ian Thomas. It just doesn't. I don't know, man. Like, I'm trying, dog. I'm trying. I just C plus. That's all I can say. And again, it's like Tim says, we can't hate on his money, bro. We can't hate on Ian for signing that check. Because again, the Panthers.
I mean, but here's the thing:
the Panthers offered it to him.
It goes back to putting dudes in the dirt. I mean, they might think that's more important than catching passes.
Dog,
that's all I'm saying. And you can say,
what I'm saying is, we saw Tommy Tremble throw dudes into the bleachers on his college film. That's what we saw from Tommy Tremble. I think he can work towards that. I'm not saying he got it right now, but he's a rookie. Year two, maybe he gets better. We don't know. But I take a year two Tommy Tremble over paying this dude whatever we paid him. Hey, that's just me, man.
All right. I don't know. I want to switch sports real quick. You going to the opening day for Charlotte FC?
No. That shit to do, man.
I thought you weren't going because the coach even knows the team ain't gonna be good, but okay.
No, I ain't going to that, man. I got shit to do.
I mean, they sold a lot of season tickets for what I understand, but yeah. If they're gonna run a soccer team like they run a football team, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough in these streets, man.
Welcome to the sports in the Carolinas, B.
It doesn't have to be that way, bro.
It shouldn't have to be that way, man.
Shouldn't have to be
the tide will turn, bro. We're gonna be great one day. That's the thing we can look forward to, Dave.
The Bengals gives me so much hope.
The NFL is cyclical.
They were able to turn that shit around in 2 years, bro. Like they give me so
Exactly.
much hope.
The NFL is cyclical. It's designed for the teams at the bottom to get to the top. It is on you if you don't execute and you don't do what you need to do. If you are a piss poor team, a perennial piss poor team, it's your fault. The NFL is designed for you to be successful. Okay.
What are the Packers going to do when Aaron Rodgers retires?
I don't know. Hell if I
Have
know.
you realized that they haven't had to rebuild at the quarterback position in over 30 years, bro?
Because they do it the right way. They draft their guys, they let them learn under the greats, and then they shuffle it on. They're never in need because they always have that guy. That's how it's supposed to operate, bro. You
I
don't
mean,
draft the
everybody doesn't
quarterback when you
operate that
need.
way, man.
You don't draft the quarterback when you need it. That's the thing. You don't draft the quarterback when you need one, bro. By then it's too late. They've been having Love sitting right up under Aaron Rodgers, soaking up all that Brett
Dog,
Favre
Love ain't good, bro.
knowledge.
Let me go. Let
I
me go
don't
ahead and
know that
bring
he's
this.
good. Maybe he's not.
Nah,
I don't know. Maybe he's
nah,
not. Maybe he's
nah. Because
not.
they, if he was good, you know what would have happened if he was good? They would have let Aaron Rodgers' ass walk last year. There's a reason why they didn't let Aaron Rodgers walk, and that's the reason why
Well,
Aaron's like a $150 million.
I don't know, man.
Aaron about to get this bag, bro. Maybe we could trade for Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is not coming here, dog.
I'm
You got Aaron
joking. I
Rodgers
know.
fucked up. He need to go to the
Nah,
49ers. That's where he need to go.
if he goes to
He go to
49ers,
the
they're gonna win.
40.
They
If he
win the
go to the
championship.
49ers, it's a wrap. Exactly.
Yeah, they win the
Exactly.
championship. They go to 49ers.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're
That's where
saying
he need to
Denver,
go.
man. They're saying Denver. It's
Nah.
looking like
Nah,
Denver.
he don't
If
need to
he
go
goes to
there either.
Denver, he might not make the playoffs in that damn division. Dog, I'm looking forward to see who's going to pay that man $50 million per year, and it sounds like he wants to play multiple years. So,
He
but
gonna
all right,
have to
man, you
go
ready to
to a
shut this?
bum. He got to go to a sorry squad.
Nah, they said that Denver could do it, but they're gonna have to get rid of a lot of players to pull it
Like I
off.
said, he's got to go to a sorry squad. Either you're gonna eviscerate the squad by making them pay you 50 million, or you go into a squad that has 50 million in cap space, and that's likely a bum team. I don't know. That's just me talking out loud.
Yeah, I think Trey Lance is taking over because I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be there. So, I mean, of course he's going to take over.
No, I heard that they ain't completely out on Jimmy G.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. There's no
Oh
no
boy.
guarantees.
Oh boy. Yeah, so much for that, huh? I guess that's over, huh? That's over.
Yeah,
We're who you think I'm
that's
who you
definitely.
think I who you think our starting quarterback gonna be next year?
I have Sam Darnold, man. I don't know. That's the problem. Like I don't know, bro. Like I legit don't know. I've never felt this way as a Carolina Panthers fan, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on. No idea. Everybody's hush hush now. That's why I said on ESPN Upstate yesterday. I don't know, fam. They're asking me questions. I have no idea. I don't know. No clue.
Uh, oh, that's hilarious. You're like, I don't know. I agree
I
though.
don't know.
I think it's gonna be Darnold. I think Darnold's gonna be starting. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna strike out at getting a quarterback. I really do. I think they're gonna strike out. I think they're gonna try, and then I think they're gonna strike out. Because I mean, they brought up Kirk Cousins, and I heard Jimmy G, and I don't know if we'll sign one in free agency.
Oops. I like Jameis,
I
but
like
I don't
Jameis.
know, man. I don't know. I think Jameis would be cheap too. I don't think he wants a lot of money. He signed
No,
for
I know
the
he
with
won't.
the Saints for $2 million last year.
He'll be cheaper than Ian Thomas.
So I'm not mad at that, but I don't know, bro. All this, I know that Fitterer said in on every deal. So you talking about Kirk Cousins? You talking about all these guys? Man, I have no clue what could happen, bro. And I don't even think the Carolina Panthers know at this point. I think they just shooting darts and so whatever they throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. That's what they're doing. That's the scary part. Because in on every deal is not always a good thing.
I
Like
wouldn't be mad at this. I wouldn't be mad at Trubisky.
Man, hell no.
I'd rather have him than Sam.
I don't know though. I don't know. I don't know who the quarterback's gonna
Nah, I
be.
mean,
I
when
don't
does the
know. I don't know
when
what
does
our
free agency
defense gonna look
start?
like.
When does free
I
agency
think
start?
the 10th.
10th of March.
I think 16th, March 16th,
Okay.
3 o'clock Central. So I don't know, man. I have no freaking clue. Y'all guess as good as mine. We just the Panthers' future is just flailing in the wind like a flag. Go look outside. Look at the nearest flag. That's the Carolina Panthers.
The
We
man
have
said
no
flailing.
wherever the wind takes us, bro. That's the state of the Carolina Panthers.
we
It's
out
a
here.
scary feeling, bro.
We out here flailing in the wind. We have come to. We started this show. We had like playoff hope. We started this show 5 years ago. Well, almost 6 years. 5 years ago. We had all this playoff hope, and now we're sitting here, and we can either go 10-7 or 3-14. This is where we're at. We are the
Yeah,
Panthers.
we talked about this. We talked about the pro personnel director. I mean, he probably said he didn't like Ian Thomas and they signed him anyway. And that's probably why they let him go.
Nah,
I'm lying. I don't know. I'm lying.
you
I have no
lying.
idea. I have no idea.
Nah, I mean they've been slowly but surely getting rid of the Richardson regime. He was one of the last ones. I mean, that's the reality of the fact.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's frustrating, y'all. Just strap in. That's all I can say. Strap in. What would I do if I'm GM for the see? That's the problem. If I was the GM this offseason, I would have fired the coach and got a new regime in here. Start from day one. I would start over. I would have sold everything I got. I would have. And that's how you rebuild, right? You got to sell. You got to become sellers, right? And we talked about the mistakes and the mishaps that the Carolina Panthers went through. They didn't sell. They did a partial rebuild, and that partial rebuild is keeping us down here when we need to be. It's keeping us like right here. We should have been down here to build up, but we stayed like right here instead of just going all the way down. Pause. Right. So I feel like if I'm the GM, I would have fired everybody. I would have got a new coaching staff in here. I would trade whoever I could trade and just start all the way the hell over, bro. That's what I would have did. You got to tear it down to build it back up. We didn't tear it down. We rehabbing. So for those that are in real estate, we took a shitty house and we didn't tear it down. I mean, we took a dilapidated house, didn't tear it down, and just like kind of rebuilt. We just kind of fixed what was there, and now the house is starting to show us its cracks in the foundation. Instead of just tearing the house down and rebuilding a nice new house, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Exactly. They tried to cheat the rebuild, and now look what happened. I would have traded.
No, they tried to make it a retool.
I would have traded
C-Mac, and it backfired.
I would have traded C-Mac. I would have traded everybody. Nobody would have been safe. I would have traded away everybody. Started all the way over, bro. I got as much draft capital as I could, and then we would have built it from there. Look what the Eagles did, bro. Like look how many draft picks they have in the first round next year, or this coming up draft. They have 3 first round picks. They became sellers. They sold. We didn't do that.
Everything.
And now at pick 6, we in a situation where we need to take somebody. We need to take somebody at 6. But we also need more draft capital. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, bro. Y'all get me depressed talking about because I can't. The way my brain works, I be trying to fix it, and it's no clear cut way to fix it, dog. hopefully, Dave, hopefully we all wrong. Hopefully, what if I told you at the end of the season we were a playoff team?
I wouldn't be shocked. Our division's gonna be trash. We probably make the playoffs at 7-10 or 8-9. Our division's not gonna be that good. Truth be told, if we don't make the playoffs, they're cleaning house. I stand by that notion. There's no way we'll survive if we don't make the playoffs this year. I'm living and I'm rolling with that.
So I don't know, man. We gotta do something. We gotta do something.
But yeah,
Haven't heard for Tepper. We don't know what Tepper thinking right now. He worried about his football club, the other football club.
nah, he might as well not. From what I understand, the way they were talking, they might be the worst team in the league. But in the grand scheme of things, that's kind of expected when you're an expansion team.
Yeah, I was gonna say that with the expansion team, that's generally what happens anyway. You usually come.
Yeah, but like, we weren't the worst team. We were the first season of the Panthers.
I said generally. There's exceptions to every rule.
The worst. Yeah, the
There's an exception to every rule, Dave.
Yeah. They got to get past the excitement, bro. They got to get past the excitement. I don't want to joke around that much, man. I do want to be serious. I mean, I just, this, like I said, this upcoming season could be as bad as 3-14, but it could be as good as 10-7. It all depends on how the chips fall.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no team in the South that I'm worried about, but
yeah, well, it's early. We got to see what everybody does for their quarterback situation because only team that set a quarterback is the Falcons. Everybody else got a quarterback decision.
They got a 40-year-old Matt Ryan.
I would take that right now at this point.
Yeah. So, all right, let's close up shop, man.
All right, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff, man. Combine next week. We'll be doing a combine primer for Monday, and then I will be going live whenever I can for the combine. So stay tuned. I don't know what the schedule's gonna look like. I know that they're doing a little bit different. Usually they do it during the day, but now the combine is at night. It's at 7 p.m.
It's called ratings, sir.
Well, ratings, yeah, I got you. So yeah, they're going at night now. So I will be trying to go live every opportunity I can, and so y'all be able to we'll stream it and see what we can do. But outside of that, man, like, subscribe, notification bell. Anything else, Dave?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Keep the faith, guys. Keep the faith. That's all I got for you.
We out.
Keep the faith. Peace. Man.